Hello and welcome to Healer K. And this video will contain two parts. The first part is about the astro situation at June. And the second part is we'll go into a specific zodiac sign and do a June prediction for June 20 with tarot cards to see what's your special energy in each of the 12 houses. So it will be for rising sign prediction. Okay, let's start it. I put up the table here with the 12 different zodiac signs. We start with Aries here and go around and finish off here with the Pisces. It's a final zodiac sign. And I also put up the cards here for where we have all the planets in June. And if we start with Aries, it has no sign, no planet when the month starts, but the Aries ruler, the Mars, will enter Aries in the last days of June. I think it's the 28th of June. So Aries, the I am energy, will be empty for almost all the month. We're not activated by any planets. And in Taurus, we have Uranus. And in Gemini, we have the North Node that just entered in May into Gemini. And we have Venus. And also that's the sun sign that's in Gemini when the month starts. And then it will travel over to Cancer at the 20th of June. And here we have Mercury, and we also have the lunar eclipse the solar eclipse here in Cancer, just the day after the sun goes into Cancer. So the 21st we will have the solar eclipse here. And Leo and Virgo and Libra and Scorpio. And then we have in Sagittarius, we have the opposite of the North Node, we have the South Node. And here will the lunar eclipse take place, the 5th of June. And in Capricorn, we have the three planets that with Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter moving very close together. And actually, Jupiter and Pluto will conjunct just at the time, close to the time when we have the solar eclipse in Cancer here. And then we have Aquarius, and then in Pisces we have Neptune and Mars when the month starts, and at the 28th of June it will continue to Aries. And we could say this is the retrograde month, or the month of change, because let's see here where we have Mercury will retrograde in 18th of June. We have Venus, it's already retrograding and will turn direct at 25th of June. And Neptune will start retrograde later on this month. All these three are in retrograde, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. Yeah, so almost everything is in retrograde mode. Revising, reviewing, rethinking, remaking. Let's go into each zodiac sign and look what each planet represents and each zodiac sign represent. Aries, the I am energy, the fire energy that gets the shit done, that makes things done, get things moving. Maybe not the most sensitive sign here. And then we have the Taurus energy. I have. It's an earth sign. It's focused on stability and creation of wealth. And here we have Uranus in this sign. That's about your potential. It's a sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So this is a magic planet that make things move. And in Gemini, that's the duality of I think. It's a communication sign. And here we have Venus. Venus represents the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, valuables. So love and finance. And also here we have North Node. That's about life purpose. And in Gemini we have the Sun for the first 19 days. On the 20th it will pass on to Cancer. It's about your immortal spirit, purpose and destiny is involved. And as I say, we have Mercury in this sign. It's about how you think, how you communicate, write, talk, travel. And then we will have the solar eclipse here in Cancer. And so it will be the moon that will conjunct with the sun. And the moon is about your unconscious, your sensitivity, your inner emotions, and responses. So it's our subconscious. And with the moon in Cancer, you can say that the Cancer moon are nurturing, loyal, considerate. And because Cancer is ruled by the moon, your emotions change like tides throughout the day. You make rational decisions based on your feelings about the world around you, giving you enormous depth. Your energy is intuitive, imaginative, and dedicated. You are sometimes self-protective because of your sensitivity to the energy of others. And then we have the eclipse, the solar eclipse in Cancer. And that is about acceptance. So the solar eclipse is a quite fierce energy, but it's also an acceptance energy. Leo, the powerhouse of will, and Virgo, I analyze, and Libra, I balance, and Scorpio, I transform, And Sagittarius, I see, the wise, fire energy. And here we have the lunar eclipse at the 5th of June. And the key word for a lunar eclipse is change. Something needs to change. And since everything is in retrograde, many planets is in retrograde mode, something that needs to be healed, that's not dealt with, will now change. And an eclipse in Sagittarius means growth. And the Sagittarius moon, you can say it has qualities as adventure, intelligence, optimism. You are inspired by anything that provides you with expanded knowledge or is fun or exciting. You love traveling, exploring the world and meeting new people. Your energy is free-spirited, active, exuberant and ambitious. You have noble visions and are able to carry them with fruition. You allow yourself to take daring chances, remaining positive, whatever the outcome. Your thoughts are philosophical, open-minded, worldly, and independent. Your easygoing attitude encourages others to explore unlimited possibilities. Wow, that is quite strong in the Capricorn world. So, as we see in the mundane society, the collective society, that we are looking with new eyes on things that we feel is not fair. That's not working. That's not just. So change is the key word here. Change and growth. And we're dealing with the karma of life steps, deaths that we have collected during our history. Okay, Capricorn, I use. It's a structural energy, quite earthy, material energy. And here we have the planet Jupiter. That's about your confidence, your courage, your self-belief and luck. And Pluto, that's about your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. So you can say it ruled over life and death, endings, beginnings. So Jupiter is about confidence and courage, and this Pluto is about change. And Saturn is the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So it's a fierce energy that is connected with the Capricorn zodiac sign. And Aquarius, the wisdom of I know. And then the final zodiac sign, the Pisces, I believe. It's a water energy. So Neptune here feels very at home with, that represents our fantasies, our yearnings, our longings, and potential for illusion. Here also for most of the month, Mars will stay. That is a fire sign. Mars represents your physical energy, the drive, your strength, your fighting spirit. And the Pisces energy is quite different from Mars. Mars not feel very happy here. Water and fire, they put out each other, so it's grumbling here and create energy. Mars creates energy here. And we can see here that this is a square here between Sagittarius and the Pisces, that the energy of the lunar eclipse here, about the truth. Maybe with the Neptune energy, maybe we believe we see the truth, but maybe not. And we can also see here an opposition here between the triad of the outer planets, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, to this solar eclipse. And this is a real powerhouse, especially since close to the solar eclipse we'll have conjunction here between Pluto and Jupiter. And the solar eclipse, it's quite strong energies. The key word here for the solar eclipse is revolution. And that is very much activated here. And since Mars and Neptune stays in Pisces, it's almost like we have a T here. It's a lot of fire and emotions in movement here. But I'm not so sure with Neptune energy and the Pisces is so clear about if we see the truth or the whole truth. So change is coming, and change is good. Things that's not working, we need to squeeze them out of the society, of our lives, to make space for the new to come. That's called growth. It has its good, it has its bads, but it's moving us forward, and that is growth. So now over to the second part, to see how you in your sign can benefit and look up for what will happen in June. Hello and welcome, my airy Geminis, to your energy forecast for June 2020. I brought out here my Gemini cards for you. So here's how your airy Geminis look, signifying here your duality. I put it here so I can see you and you can be with me and look at this. I also brought out your ascendant card, and I will read something about you. So I will be reminded and you will be reminded of who you are from your ascendant perspective. The Gemini ascendant personality is logical, intellectual, clever, and skillful. Your bright mind is always busy and marvelously well informed. You love mental pursuits and learning new things. Your curious nature opens doors to opportunity and adventure. Your outward demeanor is social and entertaining. You excel in many forms and communication. You enjoy traveling, multitasking, and a constant change of scenery. Your humor and quick wit attracts a diversity of people. And now come an important part, your purpose. Your purpose is to utilize your brilliant knowledge and literary abilities to educate, inspire, and enlighten others. Okay. So I will put it here under Gemini. And I already put out my house cards to indicate that your first house is, of course, in your ascendant sign, Gemini. And then the second house is in Cancer, and so on. And finalize with the 12th house in Taurus. And I have today used the Celestial Tarot deck. And I already put out the cards. I've been looking at them and tried to sense the energies and their connectedness to each other, and to the houses and to the planets. But let's get started. The first house, it's about your appearance, how people see you, and the first impression you give. Your face, your hair, your clothes, your style, your vibe. And here you will be in the energy of Three of Cups. Much signified by this ship here. You will travel swiftly on water with a lot of sail. So you will be perceived. You will transmit the energy of celebration, friendship, creativity, approachability. So you will put out an energy that you want to connect with other people. So you will be open for meeting new people. The second house is the money house. It's about your assets, your incomes, your finances, possessions, things you value. And here we have the Magician with the swift Mercury and energy. The Magician has everything he needs to create what he wants. When I did look through all the 12 cards here, there is not a single pentacle here. So money is not visible here this month. So I assume and I sense that's activated your Magician to create your wealth, your money. And of course, you have the solar eclipse, the revolution here in your asset house, and you have to accept and take your next step to create your assets. Okay, let's continue to the third house. Your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. And here the Empress has showed up, the Venus energy, the fertile energy. So you are creating something new here from new knowledge that you have received locally. And I think that is much connected with your fourth house, your family, your close relatives, your private area. Here, Six of Swords have shown up. And this is about a forced transition, loss, a journey. Something has happened in your family that make you feel, here need to change something. I need to move on. And since it's a forced transition, you may be being approached, or there have been some occurrences in your life that's told you need to understand, you need to move on. So like the swan on the image here, the Cygnus sign, you will set sail. And it takes place on a cloud, so someone is lifting you out of this area. You need to move on. The fifth house, the fun house, the judgment card has shown up. So this is some life-changing decision you need to take, because you received some clarity. So I think this has to do, I feel this has to do with what's happening to your family, that the fun house, what you do in romance, in sex and creativity activities changed due to what's happening in your fourth house, in your family, private area. In the sixth house, the house of health and work and everyday routines, and also pets. The Seven of Swords here shows that some betrayal has taken place here. You've been stealen from something that you couldn't control over. Maybe it was an affair or deception, or you've been cheated on. So, and this is in, you have your sixth house in Scorpio, so you are often in transformation in the work and the health area. So this is not the first time you are used to work will shift, and since you are Gemini and your energy shifts open, and your change of opinion can also change about your work and health life. So there will be change here this month. And your seventh house is about significant relationships, romantic relationships, marriage, partners, spouses, or business partners, or important family members. And the Queen of Cups here shows that you also there have someone that can give you compassionate support and secure and calmness. So even if you can feel that you are left out in the cold with many changes, there are another person here that you can feel supported with, and a shoulder to cry on. And I notice here that we have two female energies showing up here, that there are a number of people involved in this. In your eighth house, the house of debt, it's on the axis of your first house. Sorry, the second house here. And debt is also about partners or other people's money, your loans, taxes, your psyche, inheritance can show up here. So here we have the COVID triad rumbling around in the Capricorn energy. And we have the solar eclipse here. So this is a lot of action taking place here on assets and liabilities. And the Prince of Swords has the same energy as Mercury here. It's very swift, airy, mutable energy. So you will take some hasty decisions here. But you can be safe at the same time that Capricorn will control you. So if it goes too swift, Saturn and Capricorn, they will bring you back to rethink and redo. So you can use the traction of these swift energies and anyway feel safe that it will be taken care of in a proper manner. The 9th house, the house of travel. And here you have the 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands signifies self-defense, the perseverance, maintaining control. And I think the turmoil that takes place on the private area will put you out on a journey here with Lyra. So there will not be any actual traveling. You will travel on your inner journey and fight and use your courage and strength to persevere the changes in your life. The 10th house is about career and your achievements, your status in the outside world. And here we have the moon. And the moon is about clarity, a message that comes in your dreams, because this is Pisces energy. And you have your 10th house in Pisces. And now the planet Neptune together with Mars is in your 10th house. So there will be a lot of things going on here that not get to clarity. So the information you get, you will receive unconsciously in your dreams. And they can be the Neptunus illusions, or they can be the clarity of what I know what to do. This how you are showing off in your public persona, in your achievements, that will be changing, and it will not be settled during this month. This we will continue, but you will get a little help, because 28th of June Mars will transfer into Aries, so there will be a calmer later this month in your career house. In your 11th house, about wishes and dreams, you have the 2 of Wands. The 2 Wands is waiting for results. You have asked the cosmos to grant your wishes, to give you luck, to give you clarity. And you are still waiting. So you can stay here in this energy and make up your future plans and see if there are any progress and discoveries if you will get any signals from cosmos. What guidance can I get here? And in your 12th house, I was going to say that Mars will come in here later, and that can accelerate the energy for planning and brighten up your attention to see the threads from cosmos, that the messages can travel through these threads. The 12th house is about your inner life, where you can retreat, escape, and hide in the unconscious and subconscious to finalize things. And here we find the 9 of Swords. So that is a mental energy. You will have nightmares and feel depressed and have anxiety and unease and worries. And this will be accelerated by Uranus. But since you have your 12th house in Taurus, you always are in connection with your roots. So something here will be resolved by the help of Uranus, that is a creative energy. Okay, let's sum up here. There will be some changes in your family life and in your assets side. You will be the magician to create new things that later on will show up in your career. And but you need to know that your emotions will ride you in this retrograde changing month. But you also will be a happy, connecting person with a lot of support from people that are close with you. So rocky ride for June. So that's all for me and for you, Gemini. Take care of you in June, and I see you in July. Okay, bye-bye.